What is packing with you, YouTube? We are back once again, moving the chains with B Mac and KHTV, where we talk about the greatest football team in sports history, the Green Bay Packers. And so far, the Packers haven't been looking so great, and it's a plethora of things, of the reasons why we haven't been looking so great. Um, we lose to the Broncos 19-17. Yep, fourth down. Um, oh my bad. I'm looking at the Vikings San Francisco game, but yeah, we lose to the Broncos, who are the worst team statistically this year. 19-17. Didn't score any points in the first half. A lot of three and outs. Um, Tried to make a fight in the second half of the game with the two touchdowns, where I don't even know if you want to call them touchdowns because they technically look like interceptions to me. Or, the first one, Romeo fought for, but that still looked like a pick to me. Um, and the second one he threw with the sidearm and it
It
bouncing off of
bounced
a
off of Uncle
player. And,
Chops into
yeah,
JMP,
then just,
and like that nut for Lucas, man.
and then, I think our longest pass of the day came from our receiver who did some flea flicker that we've been seeing done all week long. The quarterback hikes it, a receiver runs around him, he throws the ball backwards, the receiver catches the ball, and then he's just going to throw it across the field or throw it down the field. And we've been seeing that trending in the NFL every week.
Yeah.
That particular play, either it's thrown to a tight end or a wide open receiver, or they throw it to the flats where it could look like a screenplay with blockers leading the way downfield. So we tried it. Um, we cashed in on it, but that's nothing you want to see this team doing, man. Not saying they can't do it, but when it comes to doing plays like that, I don't know what to say. I don't. I know it's a copycat league and everybody's doing that particular play, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, what's your thoughts on what you witnessed yesterday?
I don't know, man. I was just watching that game yesterday, man. I was just checked out. You know what I mean? I was just like, and even when we came back, I still thought that we was gonna lose. I still thought that at the end of the game we was gonna blow it some way somehow. That first half, man, told me everything that I needed to know about this team, man. Uh,
I
that
was
first
trying to
half,
tell
man,
y'all, man. I
zero
was trying to
point,
tell y'all, man.
0 points against a defense that gave up 70 a few weeks ago, and the offense again, man. We and this is a trend. We always come out in the first half. We start out slow. We start out sluggish. We can't get nothing going. And then the second half, it's like we are a brand new team. Now in the second half, now we figure out how to play football and all that stuff. And like you can't keep and I was you can't keep like if you're gonna beat the good teams, like you can get away with that with the bad teams, but then again, I forgot the Packers are a bad team, so
Yeah.
themselves. So, um, I caught Perry. Well, I watched the Packer day with Andy Herman, and he had what's her name, Perry on, uh, Perry Goldstein. Yeah. And then I was listening to her, and she was like saying that we like this team is a young team, but the excuses somehow like there's a point in time the excuses have to be thrown out the window and this team needs to find out who they are because it's getting close to November, and we need to find out who our identity, who is our who our identity is this season. And so she was talking about that, and yeah, I agree. You know what I mean? I just think that this team has to have it figured out because again, before you know it, it's gonna get mid season, and I don't know, man. Like again,
We already are at mid season. It's week 8 next week. We already at mid season, man.
yeah,
The
man.
week
I just
the week after after
um,
week 8 is the trade deadline, and I don't expect nobody to come over to make a difference.
I mean, right now, man, I can give it a crap about this team right now. From like an emotional
What's going
standpoint.
on with you, Big Nate?
Right now, man, I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the ride. I'm kind of gonna be like you. I'm kind of gonna be like even kill in this. You know, like I said, man, like we know, like this is an evaluation year, and we just evaluating, and this is a rebuild, and that's it. I'm just gonna take it one game at a time with this team.
I mean, I mean, we lose to a team that couldn't even score 10 points last week, and I just seen the writings on the wall. I was like, oh yeah, man. I just don't. I just see us not. I just don't see us winning out there in Denver. I just didn't see the win happening. Now next week when we play against the Vikings, I think we will have a chance to win. I'm not gonna say we're gonna win, but I think we will have a chance to win. Um,
Probably right.
Another note. Happy that I'm happy that Christian Watson made it out of the game healthy. He said he will be playing next week against the Vikings. Um,
Oh, Christian Watson's coming back next week.
yeah, he said he's gonna play.
Oh, okay, that's
They did a knee scan on him, and everything came back clean, so he's gonna be able to rock
yeah,
and roll.
like, yeah, man. And I mean, Jordan Love got him murdered on that throw, man. Like, like Love almost cost Watson his career, man. Like that was a bad throw.
Yeah, that was a bad throw. Yeah, I understand that the fans are calling for Boot to get fired, but the power is not in the fans' hands.
Nope.
It's up to Mark Murphy, and Mark Murphy has already given this guy another 2 year extension. So you know, I don't know, I don't see Goot being fired no time soon, or Matt LaFleur. Maybe some of the coaching staff. Some of these coaches we have on staff, some of them might not be back next year. But as far as the two main guys in charge, Matt LaFleur and Goot, they are good as their jobs are secure. They're not going nowhere. Um, the defense the defense has been holding its own.
Yeah.
The defense, like I can't, like I've been trying to figure out. I mean, of course, the poor tackling. Like this team just, I don't understand why we gotta be like one of the most poorest, poor tackling teams in the league. It's just like, come on, guys. Like you guys can't wrap up. You guys can't just, and maybe that's due to them, dealing with some injuries while they out there playing on the field. Things might be different for them to doing to commit to being physical, commit to being physical. That might be a little stressful at the time. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Trying to make tackles like that, playing hurt. So, I mean, but I still love what the defense did, man. The defense gave this team plenty of opportunities to try to win the game, and the offense has not been living up to its end of the bargain um, for 4 quarters. Just embarrassing how we come out there in the first half and can't put up any points. I mean, I seen, missing the field goal. That was an opportunity to put up some points, and
Yeah,
that sucks. But things like that happen. It's in a hostile environment. But
mm,
you gotta take what you can get. You have to make sure you take care of those opportunities when you got a chance to put points on the board, man. The guy's been Anders has been kicking excellent up into this game, and then he finally can't do his job. And who knows, those 3 points could have decided the game. You know what I'm saying? We would have had 20 points. Probably could have won 20-19 against this team, but hey, we didn't make the kick. So it's a lot
yeah,
of things that took place that could have that could have aided us into winning this game, but it didn't. It just didn't fall our way. But you know, Matt LaFleur and his excuses, and that everybody's tired of hearing that.
yeah.
Especially me, for one. I'm tired of hearing that. Like, we need to see a difference, man. Like, I don't want to see the same football team next week. I don't. I don't want to see the same game plan that hasn't been working up until this point. Like, you got to change the game plan, man. Everybody knows what we're running. That's why teams have to stay in the base defense. Matt LaFleur said it himself in the press conference today. Oh, we looked at film from who they played, how they played the teams the previous week. So we try to game plan for what's going on, TR. We try to game plan for what they're going to do. And then he goes, yeah, when we get out there, they're not giving us the look that they gave the other team last week. They're pretty much just playing base defense. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they know that whatever you going to do ain't going to work against a base defense.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just sad, man. It's just sad to be watching a game and your team got 0 points in the first half, man. It's just
Against one of
unacceptable.
the worst, against historically one of the worst defenses in
Yeah,
the league, if not the
yeah,
worst. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah, man. Once like once like even though it was 9-0 going to halftime, it felt like 30-0 or 40-0. Like it felt like a blowout going into that half, man, because it was just like atrocious, man, watching that offense. And then yeah, man, I mean, and this is a trend, man. Week after week after week, you know what I mean? We see this team come out flat. You know what I mean? On we see them come out flat, not ready to play. Act like like they're coming in sleepwalking in the first half, and then the second half, all of a sudden they start turning it on and start playing football again. Like, come on, you can't keep doing that, especially if you're going up against good teams or elite teams. You know what I mean?
exactly.
And again, that's on coaching. That's on Matt LaFleur. And I just, and what makes it worse, you had a bye week. You had a bye week to get prepared for this game. Yeah, and you still come out there and unprepared and not having a game plan ready, and you still coming out there and having Jordan Love wing it all over the field and not set the passing game up with the run. Not even setting up with the running game. You're just having Jordan Love go out there. Well, all right, Jordan Love, bomb it down the field, and and try to and try to light it up right away. Like, no, like that's not how it works. And then when you do that, then it's just it makes everything else so difficult.
Yeah, man, it's just a team that's young, not in sync. I mean, just the offense is just not what we thought it was going to be coming into the season. But Matt LaFleur, like I said, I gotta keep going back to it. Matt LaFleur told us this before the season, like,
Yeah,
yo,
Timber.
guys, like, hey,
Yeah. Um, like I said, man, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I just I really don't want to give this team the benefit of the doubt, but again, man, we have to give them the benefit of the doubt because they're young, and as much as we don't want to give them the benefit of the doubt, as much as we don't want to be patient, it seems like we just have to. We have no choice but to be patient with them, and I think, like you said, I think this team has to lose to figure out how to win.
yeah,
I
that's yeah, that I mean, that's basically what it is right now. Trial and error, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
Figure out what works with this young team, and then try to steer away from the things that don't work with this young team. Like I think,
So,
uh, as far as the coaching, the coaches that we got right now, I know some of those coaches will change. But it all comes down. Can you coach these guys up? Can you coach these guys up to their highest potential? You gotta build these guys, man. You know what I'm saying? They have to go through these growing pains. Like I said, man. Our oldest receivers are in their second year. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? And those two guys are not 100% healthy all the time. So, what kind of example are they setting for the guys that's coming in behind them? You know what I mean? So it's
uh,
gonna take time, man. This is gonna take time for this Packers team, man. It's
yeah.
just gonna take time. We got a lot of young
Uh,
talent, and these
uh,
guys gotta learn from their mistakes.
yeah. Let me address some of these Packers because I mean, Packer social media, man, is burnt up, man. Like it is like I mean, you got we got Packer fans like you got Packer fans are divided right now against each other. You know what I mean? You got this group fighting. You got this group of Packer fans fighting this other group of Packer fans, and then you got the Packer fans already turning on Love, saying that he's a bust and he made a big mistake. I mean, we already knew that was gonna come.
Yeah,
Once Love start having a bad stretch, and you know,
right.
oh, I told you so. I told you we shouldn't never got him. But look, man,
I mean,
and
my
again,
my expectations on Love wasn't high at all. Like I'm
yeah,
like, this dude ain't played he played a game. He played a game. You know what I'm saying?
I just think it goes back to I think we got some Packer fans that are still stuck in the Rodgers era, and now
Yeah, yeah, I
once
believe so
Rodgers
too.
gone, they expect Love to pick up where we left off, and
Right.
that's not. I mean, not everybody's Patrick Mahomes. Not everybody's gonna come into the league and light it up and throw for 50 touchdowns and win the MVP at first year as a starter. That's rarely, rarely rare. You know what I mean? And I think, some Packer fans, maybe the younger ones that don't know no better, maybe was expecting that, and maybe they feel disappointed because they're not getting that. Oh, we expect him to be like Patrick Mahomes and light it up.
I mean, a lot of people expected, big things for Jordan Love, and now that we don't see that at this point in time in the season. I mean, the
Yeah.
first 2 weeks uh, look great.
Oh yeah.
The first 2 weeks look great. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Christian McCaffrey scores again. Wow.
What's the score?
13 to 19, he scored a 35-yard TD
Oh
on
man.
a pass play. But yeah, man,
Damn.
this team is I think this team is going through growing pains, man. You know what I'm saying? At the early stages of it right now. You know what I'm saying? Rodgers is gone. A lot of the old players are gone, and we have a lot of young faces, young talent on this team that, you know, like I said, man, when some of these guys come out of college, coming straight into the NFL, some of it is shocking. They have to learn how to Like Luke Musgrave, he got to learn how to get through a first year of an NFL season. You know what I'm saying? Tucker Craft. These guys got to learn how to get through the first year of an NFL season. The
Mm,
highs and the lows of being a rookie. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Being on time, learning how to prepare the NFL way. So that's what we going through right now. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? So the Green Bay Packers and his coaching staff got to figure out these guys' attention span. They got to figure out what's going to get them going, how to keep these guys motivated. It's it's a lot going into young immature guys in the NFL that have no experience. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys don't even know how to travel for a road game yet. They don't even know how to pack.
Yeah.
They just now learning what they need to bring. I mean, of course they travel in college, but it's different in the NFL. This is all business.
Mm,
So we have to look at all of that instead of just looking at what we seeing on the field, because what we not seeing on the field translates to what we seeing on the field. You seeing a lot of undisciplined characteristics on the defense, not being disciplined on their assignments. You see the sloppy route running. You see how sloppy we set up when we get out there in our formations. You know what I'm saying? You seeing the penalties. You know what I'm saying? So you seeing the ups and downs of what you have with a young team.
yeah.
So mistakes are expected at this point. You know what I mean? A lot of the old veteran leadership is gone. You
Yeah.
think Bakhtiari is trying to go in there and talk these guys up to go play every Sunday? No. You know what I mean? What is Kenny Clark saying to the defensive line? What is Preston Smith? Maybe they tired of talk. Maybe they tired of talking. We don't know that. Maybe they tired of trying to motivate these guys.
Mm, yeah.
So it's a lot, man. It's a lot with the coaching and the players and the personnel that Goot has brought into the organization. Right now it's just all signs are pointing to whatever they did in the offseason and in the draft. It's all pointing to all signs of being a failure as a
Mm.
GM at this point this year. But we
Do
have another week of football to
you
play, man.
think do you think what we're seeing right now for this coaching staff is what is part of the reason, not coach, I mean this team and this coaching staff was part of the reason why Rogers checked out last year?
It could be. He probably seen. He probably looked at the roster and was like, "Oh, I can't win." Like Rodgers is at the point of his career where it's time to win now before I get up out of here. You know what I mean? I don't have a lot of time to be waiting for you guys to be developing these young guys, and it's just wasting another year. You know what I'm saying
Was
on my on
Rogers
my time
was
clock of
in
playing.
his now with prime Rogers it would be different. Like he was 26 years old and
Yeah,
like
if it,
be different.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
when Brett Favre left, we was kind of transitioning to being a new team. We only had it was only a few faces still left from the Brett Favre era with Jennings and a couple of guys on the defense and
Yeah.
things like that. But it was pretty much a young team that
Mm,
was ready to win with a
yeah.
quarterback that was running out of health. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we need a young guy in here now that can match the energy of this defense that we have. And Rodgers was that. He was the energy that matched with that team to
Yeah.
get us over the hump to win a Super Bowl. But
Mhm.
as of right now, man, this team that we have is just young.
Yeah.
It's just young. Matt LaFleur. If you look at Matt LaFleur, he's starting to get gray and gray and gray and more gray as the weeks go by. He's starting to see him
Yeah,
get a
I
little
mean,
older and
at the press
older.
conferences, man, like you can tell, man, like he looked done to me, man. Like he's like he's about to cry, and God, and I'm so sick of seeing that frowning face he makes after a loss, man. Like he like he's up on the podium, man, frowning and got waters in his eyes, like he's supposed to bust out crying. And you can tell his post game interviews he do and then his voice getting all choked up and oh my god, man, like this dude got some needs some therapy or something.
I mean, you could look at it. You could look at it like that. But that's just passion. That's just that's just that's just him being passionate about really, really wanting to win with this team. And
Yeah,
I mean, I can understand where Matt is coming from, but Tr, yeah, yeah, I agree.
I
I
mean
think
Zaire after that Raiders game, man, Zaire, what Zaire said, man, was just pretty much stoned it up. Like, look, we gotta play perfect because to win games because this offense is not clicking right now. And I think him saying that was what TR saying right now. Is what Zaire said, kind of what he's trying to get from.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, you can. I mean, it sound like he threw the offense under the bus a
I
little
mean,
bit.
you, hey, you got to look at it. The defense is doing their job. They look at how many times they forced the Broncos to kick field goals in this game. You know what I'm saying? After a
Yeah,
while, you can't. I mean, you can't hold water forever. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
can't hold the water forever in a game like that, man. You got to put points. You got to take pressure off your defense. Going three and out, the defense is playing more snaps than the damn offense is. And that's what you don't want unless the offense is just clicking so good where they just scoring on the first and second, third play, and they just
yeah,
putting points up on the board. But if you
yeah.
if that's not happening, if that's not happening, then the offense is a problem. The offense is a problem,
I mean,
man. And Matt
the last
LaFleur
two
got to
games,
figure it out.
uh, the last two games, the I
Wow.
will give. I will give the defensive credit. I mean, they did have their own the last two games, but again, it was against inferior opponents too. So I'm not gonna give the defense too much credit, but you
I
know,
mean, they not letting team like the last 2 weeks. We didn't let a team score over 20 points.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So they gave the offense a fair share of opportunities to try to score.
yeah,
A fair share of opportunities to try to score points, and it's just this offense that Matt is calling or putting out there every week is just not cutting it. Or maybe this is the offense that this offense can run because it can't do anything else. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? There's a lot of questions that need to be asked, and we don't have the answers to it. Wow, incredible play by the Vikings right there. Incredible.
Oh, what do you think about John Love's deep ball and accuracy? Because that's been talked about a lot.
Um,
Are you not too worried about that?
it's not all the way there. It's not all the way there. It needs to improve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um, um, his deep ball is it's either overthrown or it's underthrown. You know what I'm saying? You don't know
yeah,
the time. I think it's the timing. I think it's the timing with the receiver and
mm.
the pressure that he might be getting in the pocket on a particular play
I,
that
I'm, I'm,
where
I mean,
it might force him not to be able to set up and throw the ball like he should or he needs to.
it sounded like on that interception that he threw. It looks like he was trying to throw off his back foot, like you know how Rogers like now throws off his back foot sometimes, you know what I mean, and flick of the. It seems like on that interception Jordan Love was trying to mimic Raj, was trying to throw off his back foot, and um,
Probably, maybe so, or maybe he had to get rid of the ball at that point in time because he was trying to
yeah,
avoid getting hit. It could be a number of things.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It could be a
Yeah.
number of things.
But that interception though, yeah. But when he threw it, it seemed like he had a nice clean pocket. And then if you watch that play, AJ Dillon was open for the
Yeah, AJ
touchdown.
Dillon was
You know,
open
if he
underneath.
would have
Yeah.
dumped that ball off to AJ Dillon, probably would have gotten the first down and set up for a game
Well,
field goal.
well, from what Jordan Love said, he said he didn't see. He couldn't see. He couldn't see the defender over the top, and he couldn't see AJ Dillon open underneath for him to get the ball to him because they were blitzing him. They were coming at him in the offensive line.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So who knows? I mean, we aren't in that moment in
yeah.
time like he was to
And then
try to
once I saw
decipher
it
what he
was
seen or what he didn't see.
Samari. Once I saw it was Samari Toye, man. And he taking chances and bombs with Samari Toye down the field. Like,
I
damn, man.
mean, at that point in time, Christian Watson was out the game.
Yeah, yeah,
So you
yeah.
gotta
That's
you
right.
gotta you gotta
Yeah,
go with your next best deep threat. You know what I'm saying? And Samari Torre, I think, is the other option to stretch in the field, but you know, it just seemed like the same kind of similar play from last week, just chucking it up when it still was enough time left on the clock. But you put yourself in a position where you gotta play third and long because of penalties. You know what I'm saying? That knock you out of
yeah,
field goal range where AJ Dillon had the previous plays before that. AJ Dillon made an incredible play underneath route catch, ran up the field for about 30 yards, got close to field goal range, and then you know penalties happen, and you can't recover. You can't recover from the penalties. You shoot yourself in the foot, and now you out of field goal range, and it's 3rd and 20. Instead of trying to pick up the first down and keep the game alive, you just want to throw the ball down the field and some crazy bomb that you haven't been successful at that play since the big 77-yard play to Christian Watson in the Raider game, which was a blown coverage by the Raiders. So
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, they got to put a game plan together next week at home against the Vikings. So I mean, I'm giving us a chance to win that game because it's a home game. Oh, where's the flag at, man? Wow, no penalty. That's crazy. Um, because it's a home game, and I think that the team is probably going to want to come out and fight, show some kind of fight, and if they could fight for 4 quarters, I mean, and then of course we still gotta wait on health and see who's going to be healthy enough to play to determine if we will have a chance to win the game. So.
yeah,
But
man.
it's a home game. I just know if we lose to the Vikings next week, the crowd is going to let the Green Bay Packers hear
Yeah,
it. They are going to let Matt LaFleur hear it.
yeah,
Oh
man.
my God. They didn't give the 49ers a chance to get back in this game.
Oh, what happened?
Jordan Addison is hurt on the sideline with a leg injury. Oh, it looked like he cramped. Oh, he got a cramp in his calf. TJ Hawkinson is back in the game after he went down. So,
What's the score now?
14-19.
Oh boy.
A minute and 42 seconds left in the third. But yeah, man, the Packers got a lot to think about and a lot to clean up going into this home game against the Vikings. I don't know how the morale is around the locker room. Hopefully it's not low, you know, but it is what it is at this point.
Yeah, man.
Uh, there's no place to go from here but up.
Yeah.
So we seen the Lions get the crap kicked out of them against the Ravens. We seen Chicago with a backup quarterback beat the Raiders backup quarterback, and now we see the Vikings potentially having a chance to win this game. And what's their record? They 2-4, right?
Yeah, they're 2-4. If they win, they'll be 3-4, and they still be in second place in the division.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But yeah, man.
But we still got a lot
Yeah,
of
we'll see.
football to evaluate from the Green Bay Packers this season, and I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure we're not going to hear the last of these frustrations, whether it be from the Green Bay reporters, the fans, the media, um, from wherever, social media. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and this is this is this is our 2023 Packers football team that we are witnessing at this point in time. In reality, sometimes I know it's a few Packer fans out there pinching themselves, wishing that they would wake up and this team would be, the win loss column would look different, but it doesn't. Um, Something has to change. Something has to change. Is this team going to just play better? I think they will. Uh, the further and further we get into the late part of the season, I think this team will start playing well, but not well enough to win, but well enough to compete. That's what I mean by that. Well enough to compete, to show that they are capable of winning some games. But we just have to take every win um, that we get, and we got to deal with every loss that we get. So it is what it is. Okay, the Vikings up. All right, Vikings. 22 to
oh
14, and that might be game. That might be game for this, unless the 49ers come and pull off an upset. But I mean, is there anything else that I mean, is there anything that you wanted to add to what you've seen so far about this Packers team? Because I know it's a lot of fans that are unhappy at what they are witnessing, but
yeah, man.
we have no choice but to witness it.
I don't know, man. I like I said, man. I'm just gonna go with the flow. That's what I'm doing, man. I'm just gonna just just go with the just cruise with the waves. That's it. I mean, it's like it's not worth me wasting my energy on this team because we know who we are right now, and we know, like I said, I didn't have crazy expectations coming into this year, and like I don't expect us to win the Super Bowl this year, or hell, I don't expect us to win the Super Bowl next year. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna take us a few years, in my opinion, right now, before we can say that we are back to being Super Bowl contenders. So
Man, it might take longer than that, but there
yeah,
was some bright spots in this game. We did show that we can run the ball effectively.
yeah,
AJ Dillon had a really nice game. He came out ready to play, and and maybe that's because the Denver Broncos really aren't that great of a defense. Is the reason why he did have such a good day running the ball and catching the ball out of the backfield and contributing to putting us in a potential game winning situation that got squandered away with penalties and terrible play calling. But
yeah, man.
we move on to next week. Um,
I'm starting to be like Packer fan in Vegas now, man. I don't know how long I could take this, man. 13 years, man. 13 years. 14 years it have been since we won a Super Bowl, man.
I get it. I get it. I mean, that's the ultimate goal to win a Super Bowl, but you know, uh, getting there has its journey and there's steps that have to be taken in order for that to be accomplished.
Yeah,
And right now, we are dealing with a young team. We
yeah,
dealing with a young team that they got to learn how to play NFL football. You know what I'm saying? That was
yeah,
one of the things that Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco stressed, that playing college football and coming into the NFL is totally different. You know, of
yeah.
course, you're gonna see some of the young talent that come in the league come into the NFL and you know shine and just fit the mold or whatever team that they went to. Like Aiden Hutchinson, he just you know
Yeah.
fits the mold. You know what I'm saying? Just got over there and just came alive. You know what I'm saying? Some guys it take about 2 or 3 years for them to fully understand, the position that they playing. Like I said, a lot of these guys be playing positions that they didn't get drafted to play.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
man.
know what I mean? Like Ryan Tannehill, he was a receiver. Now you're a quarterback. So a lot of these guys are not playing in some of the positions that you need them to play in, and they just got to deal with wherever they place to be play, with wherever they place to play at. But this team is just riddled with injuries. Our best guys are hurt, so we always got to keep that in mind. That if you don't got your guys healthy, your best guys healthy, it's hard to win.
Yeah,
So that's one of the big things. But I like the fact that the guys that are playing are getting the experience. You know what I'm saying? They are getting the reps. So um, that's a good thing for the young guys to learn. And then when we do get healthy and get our guys back that make plays and contribute to making plays, um, then this will be a totally different team. But as
yeah,
of right now, we just wet behind the ear,
yeah,
still sipping on Similac, man. We babies in the league right now. We the youngest team, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but experience does outweigh a lot when you come into the league as a young player. You know, they got to learn how to play the NFL football. It's the reason why these guys go to these veteran guys and try to learn the techniques and learn, oh, how did you do this? When I'm lined up right here, what's the best way to try to get around the left tackle? What are you looking at? Oh, you looking at where you putting his first foot and you looking at his stance, you looking at where his body weight is shifted to. Like it's a lot.
mm-hmm.
It's a lot that go into this game.
Yeah,
And these guys gotta learn it. They gotta learn it.
yeah,
So I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, these guys got to go out there and perform, and
mm-hmm.
they have another week to try to win over the fragile and broken-hearted hearts of Packer fans. What we witnessing this year of a team that just don't got it together, that's just not playing their best right now. We're not our best right now. And that's nothing to be mad about. Like I get it. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to win, and we will win again. We will be back to winning. Right now, we just got to figure out the best way for us to win,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we haven't done that yet. We haven't figured it out yet. It might take this season. It might take the beginning of next season before we figure it out. But we will figure it out.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got anything else you want to say, man?
Nah, man. You know, like you said, on to the next game. We still got a lot of football left. We'll see what happens. But hopefully, this team can wake up and get it together and have it all, everything figured out. Like I said, man, it's gonna be on a this coaching staff, man, to really help these young players and really guide these young players. And like I said, man, I mean, like I said, man, I'm starting to lose faith in Matt LaFleur right now, but I don't know. I mean, we don't have no choice but to deal with him right now, and hopefully him himself can figure out some kind of way to galvanize his team.
Yeah, man. I mean, all it takes is one win, and things can change.
And
You know
put
what I'm
Jordan,
saying?
yeah, and put Jordan Love in the best positions to succeed.
Yeah, yeah, that's the most important thing. Making sure that okay, he got the field. Yeah, that's the most important thing right now is that you putting your quarterback in the best position possible on every play, so he could you know win games.
Yeah.
And when you're not doing that, this is what you get. This is what you see. You see a team not being able to score in the first half,
Mm,
which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you had an opportunity to score, but the field goal didn't work out.
yeah.
And I just hope it don't get to a point where Matt LaFleur just start doing acts of desperation. I just don't want him to do any acts of desperation to where it's 4th and 15 and it's midway through the third and we only got 3 points and the team that we playing against got 13 and he just say, fuck it. Let's just go out there and do a play. And it don't turn out how he wanted to. Like he's done this season.
Hmm.
You got your quarterback throwing interceptions, turning over the ball, you know, not completing passes, last in completion percentage in the NFL,
Damn.
and it's a product of the offense that you teaching this guy.
Yeah.
That other teams are like, we just gonna play base defense against this. He's not gonna do nothing spectacular to make us try to disguise a blitz or they just rushing forward. That's all they doing is just rushing forward. Every team we playing just they not sending no corner blitz, no safety blitz. They not doing any of that. They not sending the house. They just sending forward. And Jordan Love is holding on to the ball too damn long. Going through his reads all slow and confused because Matt LaFleur then told this man to turn his back toward the defense and then turn back around and then try to figure it out. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
maybe if Jordan Love figured how to make it easier for himself so he can um, play better or have some kind of way where awareness where he could bail out running up the field and using his legs on certain plays Matt called that he knows won't be successful at what I mean, especially if he's seeing the defense. Um, if he's reading the defense, he like, oh shit, this ain't gonna work. But we don't know how much power Jordan Love has over this offense to go into audibles or change plays. So it's all on Matt LaFleur right now. Everything is all on Matt LaFleur.
Yeah.
I mean, but shit, man. We'll address the Vikings game. Um, this week. And see, keep watching the injury report on the Green Bay Packers to see who will be healthy enough to play. Um, Real curious about Devondre Campbell playing this week. I hope he does. Um, of course, Christian Watson. He said he's going to be available to rock and roll this week. And then Aaron Jones. We still have to, check on his status and his availability. And hopefully we don't see what we've seen this week, these past 2 weeks, of terrible football. Hopefully they could give us a great show at home. Um, I know I'll be watching and rooting for the team like always, and I hope y'all do the same. Um, so, before we get up out of here, man, I appreciate everybody stopping by. Key 360, TR, Big Nate. Um, I still got to figure out a way to try to, get you guys on, man, once I figure all of this out. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all, man. Keep rocking with us, man. We still got a long season of content to bring y'all, and yeah, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts and prayers in the comments over this team. And we'll see y'all next week on Moving the Chains, man. We out of here.